Hey Scorpios, welcome to your weekly psychic forecast tarot reading for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be a general reading in the area of career, finances, Mercury retrograde, angel messages, all of that good stuff. If you're looking for a love reading, check out your love reading in the link to the love videos that I have in the description, listed in the description of this video. I keep my love readings separately, okay? This is going to be all the other important parts of your life, and you can watch the video on love if you would like after this one, if you choose to do so. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you guys in the week ahead. I'm getting the number 10. Ooh, something is coming to a close. Something is being finished. Some cycle is being completed. I'm not sure if you guys got 10 last week. I'm not even sure if you got a number last week, which is horrible of me because I am a Scorpio. You think I would remember from my own sign, but I don't. But let's see what is coming up for you guys, or I should say for us. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alrighty, and then after we look at these cards, I'm going to pull an angel message for you from an oracle deck. So your first card, Scorpio, is the Hanged Man. Some people don't like it when they see the Hanged Man card because they feel like nothing is happening, or things are not happening the way they want them to happen. Sometimes it can indicate a period of life where things seem or feel a little bit slow. But what they don't realize is that the Hanged Man is a major arcana card. That means it's kind of like this cosmic pit stop that the universe has planned for us. Anytime we see a major arcana card, it lets us know that whatever we're dealing with has to do with a life lesson, a life purpose, something we are meant to accomplish in this lifetime. So this is a necessary slow period that the universe needs you to have. It doesn't mean that you're stuck. It doesn't mean that you're blocked. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you have bad karma. It simply means that the universe is giving you this little cosmic timeout. Not because you've been naughty, not because you've been bad, but because you're being given a chance to take a second look at something. You're going to be coming into a time where you're manifesting very quickly, or what you have been manifesting or what you've been asking for is going to begin like flying into your life full speed, like full force. So the universe wants you to take a moment and double check your order right now, because it's about to come in. Like, you know, once it's out there, it's out there. So before it comes out headed your way, double check it. Double check what you've been asking for. Double check the energy you've been putting out there. Double check the specifics of what you're wanting to call in. Have you been praying for something or asking for something on autopilot because it's something you've been asking for 10 years without realizing that either you don't really want it anymore, or you want it but you want a different version of it, or you want it in a different way? Okay, like I'll give you an example. Maybe when you first get your driver's license, your dream car, let me think of an old car. I don't know, it's not even a dream car. There used to be a car called the Echo. Okay, I'm thinking of the only car I can think of that's been discontinued. And it was a little bit like a Geo, and the Geos probably aren't even around anymore. Maybe they're like Kias now or something. But there was this little car called the Echo or the Dolphin or something. I don't know, the Echo. And they were cute. And I, you know, being a girl, I knew some girls, and that was like their first car. So it was kind of like a cool thing in my church or something. Like, oh, you know, like that's going to be your first car. You're going to get a cute little practical car. And so there were some people that really wanted that car, right? So if you're trying to manifest a car and 20 years go by, are you still like asking for an Echo? No, you're probably you've grown up, you're an adult, and you probably want something, number one, that's not discontinued anymore, and that's current, right? So in that way, like maybe it's time to update what you've been putting out into the universe. Maybe you've been asking for something on autopilot, okay? So that can be a good time to take a look at that. It's also a good time to kind of double check your priorities at this time. you know? Is there something you're putting energy into that is not worth your time or is not important as something else? Does something else need to be a priority right now? Is there a different way to go about it? I think, Scorpio, a lot of you are really feeling that, that Mercury retrograde energy, because Mercury retrograde, whatever that is, Mercury retrograde is a really great time for reviewing and revising, for doing things in a different way. So you're feeling it in this way, Scorpio. You're feeling it in a way where you're realizing what's not moving. You're realizing what's not moving forward, or what kind of feels stuck for you. And so this is a time to take a look at, how can I approach the situation differently? Should this even be a priority for me right now? Is it distracting me from a bigger thing I should be putting my energy into? So it's a time to take a look at things from a different standpoint. Typically when the Hangman comes up, it's just before a really high level of awakening. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the cards pan out, or how the rest of the readings pan out for Scorpio in the next few weeks, because you all might be really coming into a time where you're going to have some kind of really big epiphany or self-realization. Your Wednesday, Thursday is Six of Wands. Okay, so this is good. You know, maybe in the beginning of the week you're feeling a little bit like not a whole lot's going on, but by midweek, you feel like the ball is rolling and you've overcome something. You've overcome some obstacle. Remember how I said you guys had 10 at the beginning of the reading? And 10 for me is a number of completion, a cycle ending. So maybe the cycle ending is that you're realizing something's not working for you, or you're seeing in some way something is stuck, and by midweek you're overcoming it. And maybe you're ending a lifelong cycle in that way. Maybe you're overcoming fear or insecurity and taking steps into bringing about change, and being very positively surprised that what you put out there actually works out for you. Maybe there's somebody you've been afraid to call, and you're reaching out and you're calling them, and it's going way better than you thought it would. Or maybe there's a job you were afraid to apply for, and you overcome your fear and you apply, and a lot of you are going to be hearing back from that job, or whatever it might be. But I do feel, Scorpio, I'm just going to be very honest with you, just my intuition makes me feel like the majority of you, like 95% of you, this is more that you're having victory over yourself. Okay, you're coming over some unhealthy behavior or coping mechanism, or a distraction that was keeping you from being able to get focused and do the things that you need to do in your life. For some of you, it could be codependency. Maybe you're really behind on your own life because your Scorpio sense of loyalty has been a little bit like misguided, and you've been dropping everything to run and take care of everybody else. I think that came up for Libra also. But you know, maybe it could be just that, like, you've been dropping everything to take care of everybody else, and you haven't been doing what you wanted to do or what's important for you. And maybe a lot of you are overcoming that sense of codependency or that sense of guilt, and you're ending that cycle. Or maybe some of you have been stuck on somebody for a really long time, and you're finally getting over that person. And maybe you're not stuck in the sense that you want that person back. Maybe you know that's not the right person for you, but maybe you've been stuck on the pain that they caused you, or the betrayal or the disappointment, where it kind of just replays a lot, like it comes up a lot, it comes up a lot. Maybe some of you are finally able to clear that out of your energy. But I feel the Six of Wands, like I said, has mostly to do with something within yourself, where you're going back to factory settings. You know, you're getting rid of some kind of conditioning. You're getting rid of some kind of negative imprint that's been holding you back, and you're just coming into the sense of having a new focus, having a new confidence, and being able to move forward, whatever area of life that may be. But something is definitely becoming unstuck, which is absolutely wonderful news. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card, Scorpio, is King of Hearts. Okay, Scorpio, this could be you as a water sign coming into your own personal masculine water energy, because King of Hearts depicts masculine water energy. So it could be where you're coming into action in loving or generous ways. It could be that you're coming into a new sense of confidence and leadership in some way, and the characteristics of the water sign, the things that make us water signs. It could be for some of you a person that's coming into your life or stepping in. King of Hearts for me in my readings, a lot of readings are different, or readers are different, or they have different connections to different cards. Different cards will have different connotations. But for me, when I see King of Hearts, sometimes it feels very much to me like having to do with a father or fatherhood. Okay, so some of you might be stepping in, or you might be thinking about stepping into role of fatherhood. It might be something that you're discussing or you're talking about. You might be finding out that you got somebody pregnant. You might be talking to a partner because you want to get pregnant, or you may be making preparations to start a family for some of you, which isn't surprising because we do have the planet Uranus in Taurus right now, and that is putting a lot of energy into the next 7 years. It's changing the old cycles and the old way of life, and it's making people hungry for stability and to get rooted. And so maybe for some of you Scorpios, you're like, oh my goodness, stability to me means having a family. Stability to me means having a baby. So maybe some of you are focusing on that. Other ones of you who are not interested in babies, or you are not in the baby time of your life, you are well past it. King of Hearts could be, like I said, coming into a sense of your own generosity, your own success, being able to be proud of what you've worked for, being in a stable place financially, being able to do good for others as a result. It could also indicate, in my readings anyway, like I said, fatherhood. So some of you could be having some connection with a father or a father figure, okay? Maybe as we're coming into the full moon in Libra, it's going to be a doozy, guys. This full moon in Libra is going to be a doozy. And this card is coming up 3 days before the full moon, which is usually when people who are moon sensitive begin feeling the moon energy. You know, we'll begin feeling it about 3 days before, sometimes 7 days before. That's happened to me at times. But usually if you're moon sensitive, 3 days before, you might start feeling the full moon energy, because the full moon energy is encouraging you to release buried emotions. It's pushing you to do healing, to let go of certain things, right? That's why in history there's like this whole stigma with the full moon, that, oh, it's the full moon, all the crazies are out, or the werewolves are out, because the full moon has a way of pulling on our emotions and just making things come up. But the reason why full moon in Libra is a doozy, it's not necessarily because it's gonna be like a personal emotional thing, not for all of us. It's gonna be more about truth being revealed. Some truths are being revealed. Things that were hidden are coming to the surface, and it's going to be happening in a very, very big way in the world, around the world, in terms of politics, where a lot of corruption is being revealed. And I'm not saying it's going to be exactly on March 20th. I'm saying it's going to be through the next 30 days and well and through the springtime, right? But that energy, that doorway is opening up on the 20th. So we're coming into a time of where hidden things are coming to the surface and they're being revealed. People are gonna find out some hidden secrets that are being revealed. And so it's gonna happen in the world in like a big way, with like celebrities, or with, you know, government people or government institutions, where there's gonna be all kinds of people coming forward and revealing secrets. But it's also gonna be happening in our lives in a personal way or personal level. So maybe something is being revealed to you about your father. Maybe you're somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about your father, or you did know who your father was, but they weren't around a whole lot, or they were around, or something didn't make sense. Maybe some of you have been doubting whether the person you called dad was really your biological father, or there could just be something that just you didn't have closure about, or something that didn't seem to make sense. And so some of you might have some sensitive feelings or emotions or memories coming up around your dad, and in the next few days or next few weeks, maybe something is being revealed to you. Okay, maybe some secret is coming to the open. or maybe some of you are finding out something about your dad that you didn't know, and it's bringing you a sense of peace or a sense of healing. Okay, like for example, maybe your dad was terrible to you, and then you come to find out later that, you know, they had some kind of chemical imbalance, or they had some mental illness and it was never treated. And then you might be like, oh, okay, well, they were horrible to me, but I guess I can understand that they were not well. And I'm not saying it's not okay. Like, I'm not saying it's okay that that happened, but I'm just saying sometimes it can be healing to know that somebody maybe was messed up, but they didn't know what they were doing. Not that it makes it okay, but it just might help you so that you can say, okay, well, I can tell my inner child that that didn't happen to me because I was bad. That didn't happen to me because dad didn't love me. That happened because dad was sick. Like, dad was not okay, you know, or whatever it might be. It might not be something that extreme. It could be something else. You know, maybe some of you are uncovering good news. Maybe you're finding out about a property somewhere or an inheritance that you're entitled to. But some truths may be revealed for some of you around your father or a father figure. Okay, it's going to come in different ways for different ones of you. This is not a reading focusing on love, but some of you Scorpios, you may be very much, you know, meeting someone or reconnecting with someone who's coming back into your life for the purpose of the intention of starting a family with you. Now, because it's King of Hearts, I'm going to lean towards saying it's probably going to be a water sign. Somebody who has a water sign, possibly in their sun sign. It could be in their moon or rising, but it could be somebody more so of a water sign or with the water energy. It may not be like an earth sign or an air sign or a fire sign, although, you know, it's not always the case, you know, but some of you may be having some kind of stability coming in. Okay, which is funny because I don't know. I won't get into that. But anyway, so you might be having a connection with a person. It could be a new connection. It could be somebody returning, but it's more with the sense of like, let's do this for real this time. Like for some of you, one thing that's being come up for me to say is I do feel this is somebody who is close in age. Even if getting settled is not having kids, even if it's like just having fur babies, like having pets or something, but something that's coming in for me to say this is not somebody who's going to be like a lot older than you or a lot younger than you. It's somebody who is close to you in age or the same age. I don't know why I'm being told to say that, but I'm being told to say that. Maybe that's a clarifier for some of you. Maybe some of you are like caught between a couple of different options and maybe that narrows it down for you. I'm not sure. But this is somebody on your level, okay? Okay, this is somebody on your level. Because you would be, you know, Scorpio, if you're going to be a court card, you would be Queen of Cups, right? So King of Cups is going to be like same level. So this is somebody on the same level as you, I guess is what I'm saying. So maybe this is somebody with a more similar background. This wouldn't be someone who has a very different background than you or a super different upbringing than you. It wouldn't be somebody with a big age difference. It could just be somebody like more on your level. Again, this is general. It's going to be different for different ones of you. Be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because that's going to bring more information for you specific to the energies that are affecting you with your specific birth chart. Okay, we're going to jump into your angel message and see what your angel message is for the week for our Scorpio friends. Let's see what is going on there. All right, Scorpio. Ooh, I know I need this. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay, Scorpio. So this is definitely a card that is coming in, letting you know that it's time to go easy on yourself. Excuse me. Did I? Oh. Time to go easy on yourself, Scorpio. Excuse me. Ooh. You may have been really focused over the past few weeks, trying to do a lot. Alright, sorry about that, Scorpio. Just had a vicious cough attack. Whew. So, take a break. I had to take a break just now. Take a break. So, some of you may have been working super, super hard through the end of 2018, coming into 2019, because Scorpios, we've had a rough patch for like a good 10, 12 years, some of us. Those of us who are a little bit more mature Scorpios, who've been around a bit longer, can say the last 10 to 12 years have been absolute hell. I've seen some younger Scorpios be like, oh, the last 2 years have been brutal. And I'm like, girl, guy, it's been a decade for some of us. It's been rough. So coming closer to 2019, the energies began to shift and things began to improve. And so some of you Scorpios began to feel like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. Things are moving up. Things are happening. Things are moving. Things are shaking. Things are developing. And so some of you may have just been this energy where you're like, I got to strike while the iron is hot. I got to keep going. I'm finally getting some momentum. And some of you are pushing way too hard. And this card is asking you to slow down. This card is reminding you that the work that you're doing will be waiting for you. It's not going anywhere. Some of you have come into your life purpose or life path. Some of you are doing work that you were meant to do. And so for that reason, you may be putting a lot of your heart and your soul into it. And you might be very devoted, and you might feel like, I finally found my purpose. I've finally found my calling. And you're going full speed, but you're coming into a time of burnout. And this card is reminding you that it's time for you to take care of you, to take care of yourself. And you need to make that self-care a priority. All right? Like, you're not going to give someone your car keys and let them, crash your car, like crash and burn it. So why are you going to give your soul or your spirit to an employer or a company or a business who's going to take you to the max and burn you out and then dump you? You need to make you a priority. Realize that God is your employer. The universe, your higher power, is your employer. And make sure that you're making time to take care of you. Don't work so hard to the point of burnout. Don't work so hard to the point of crashing and burning. Okay? And sometimes as Scorpios, we can do that. We can get really fixed on something and we just keep going and we don't stop. So this card is asking you to take a break. Okay, my dears? Again, check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to have more resonation for you or add extra little bits of information. And I am doing private readings, but the private readings are booked out until May, guys. I'm very sorry. There is a wait list, and I am no longer doing emergency readings because it's so booked, and my assistant is overwhelmed with the messages and the calendaring. So until we get caught up, there is a wait list, and I do apologize for that. To make up for it, I will be doing pick-a-card readings once a week, because at least the pick-a-card readings are a little bit more personal, because you're picking the deck that is resonating for your energy. And then I'm going to do an angel message every single day. I'll come onto YouTube for a few minutes. They won't be very long. I'll come on for live for a few minutes, and I'll do an angel message for my YouTube family, my YouTube tribe. There will still be a card of the day and pick a card on my social media, but the YouTube message will be separate. It'll be just for the energy of the people who are on the channel or who are watching the videos. And even if you're on my social media, as long as you're here watching, the video, it's for this energy. It's for the YouTube audience energy. So There'll be angel messages coming in for you guys every single day as well. That way, I hope you don't feel like abandoned during the week or while you're waiting for your turn for your reading. I thank you guys for your patience. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I thank you for being here, Scorpio. I love you guys, and I will see you in the dailies.